Identity Evil, a semi-asymmetrical game like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, always had a question that always changed answers depending who you ask. The question I'm talking about is no other than, is the game balanced? Now a while ago I had asked you what's your answer on this debate. Well, I went and did my own research to gather as many opinions and arguments as I could. Leave myself quite shocked at what I found. That being, so many people agree on the fact identity is either in an healthy balanced state or it's survivor sided. In this video, I'm going to showcase all the arguments and opinions I had found and why they might ruin the game balance or the game itself. Hope you guys will enjoy the video and let's begin. The first problem I keep seeing people complain about is Cipher. But what is Cipher exactly? First you gotta understand how decoding works. A survivor with no buffs or debuffs will be able to decode a cipher in 80 seconds. In those 80 seconds, survivors will get calibrations, which, if you hit them in the yellow area, you get a flat 2% decoding bonus if you are between tier 1 or 4, and a flat 1% decoding bonus for tiers 5 and above. Considering survivors get around 6 to 7 calibrations, this can save already some time for survivors if they do them perfectly, saving them around 10 seconds of decoding. With this logic, by the time Hunters has gotten Blink and is able to down the survivor's chase, if the other survivors focus on decoding mainly, these ciphers should be around 70 to 80% already completed. If the hunter is not slacking, sharing the survivors will take around 8 to 10 seconds, which will mean the ciphers will be already done or very close to be so. If the chased person is rescued by someone with tide and gets some form of harass after, the two other survivors will be able to finish the last two ciphers very soon. If the survivors didn't manage to fully finish all ciphers in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, a feature called accelerated decoding will activate, which gives a 30% decoding speed bonus to every survivor. Because the 3 ciphers take so less time to do, uh, hunters who didn't manage to get it down before their blink was up may had already lost their opportunity to win. Some hunters have some cipher control, which should not be confused with map control, may be able to profit a lot from early downs, and those are Clerk, Medites, and Hermit. Since with this hunter, survivor cannot sell teammates in exchange for decoding progress. Another problem that doesn't seem to get better, the character design for survivors, decoders, that, classified by the game itself, are survivors who cannot protect themselves. Yet, recently, all we saw was either decoders were having good kiting abilities, like Composer having a borrow time speed boost every 50 seconds, or buffs for other decoders, like Prisoner getting his mini stun automatically even if he isn't in the area he created near the connected ciphers. Manzai, who is able to slow down Hunter's interactions when she uses her cane, Mechanic, who had a 30 vaulting speed debuff that went to 50%. The problem isn't only for decoders. We can see other classes like rescuers who have huge problems at decoding, managing to get away with tinier debuffs than other characters who are not rescuers. Some examples for this will be Cowboy that gets a minus 50 decoding debuff, while rescuers like Journalists have a 10 decoding debuff, Patient has no debuff, and Airplanes actually gives a 2% decoding buff to all ciphers he decoded at some point. We can also see survivors becoming as less risky to use as possible while still maintaining a high reward in doing so. Some examples are Little Girl, who does not get punished for messing up her skill, Bearmite from not getting injured for mixing her javelin anymore, Vivic Clown being able to control the racket no matter the place, Lawyer not getting terror soak anymore, and Doctor now healing only 25% at double the speed rather than a full health state at slow speed. We can also see that the survivors are in a team, which means they are allowed to do some mistakes considering there will always be a teammate able to help you get out of the mistake, while still maintaining the change of a win or draw. But for hunters who are solo, even a single mistake could be deadly for you, which could lead to stress and not enjoying the role you play, while will make the hunter's main either quit or become survivor mains. making the matchmaking time for survivors extremely short and the survivors one extremely long. And lastly, we got to the biggest problem in this game, power creep. Power creeping is when a character gets replaced by another character that does the stuff better than the other one, and this affects the hunters for a very long time, only a few managing to barely survive. This can be a very frustrating for hunters main since they will have to relearn a new character from scratch just to be able to have a chance to compete with the meta. Considering that every hunter is, in his way, different than the others, this process of learning new hunters might take days, if not even weeks at times. Other people had also said that this game is balanced, but not in a healthy balance. For those who are confused by this term, an unhealthy balance is when the player has to choose between either playing the character they want and risk a lose, or play the meta to compete with the meta at the same level and get a draw or win. This type of balance focuses mainly on winning and doesn't care if the player has fun or at least enjoy it, making the game very unpleasant to play. Which, on the other hand, it may make people either quitting it for good. And this concludes all the stuff that I found. Personally, as a player that enjoys both Hunter and Survivor's lore, my opinion is that survivors will have the upper hand for now, but considering how in the past hunters were also having the same power that got balanced at some point, we can only see what Netessa will make. This is all I have to say for now. Hope you all will have a good day.